Many years ago, I was getting a golf lesson from the first Marine Division golf pro. What a nightmare. I mean, we're talking a nightmare. And I'm going to go through this as to what, I mean, I'm playing golf every Saturday morning. I'm terrible. I'm shooting, 110 and probably took a few mulligans to shoot 110. It was brutal. I'd get out to the driving range after a terrible round of golf, and his name was Dave, and I'd go out for my lesson, and it would go something like this here. He'd say, "Steve, hit a few balls so that I can see how you've been doing since last week. You've been out here at the range practicing. I see you from the window. You're out here. You should be getting better." "Yeah, I should be getting better. I'm not." He'd say, "Go ahead and hit one." So I'd get up, swing away, and he'd watch the ball. And he'd say, "Well, that went way over to the right." And then he'd tell me, "Try to straighten it out." And I'd look back at him and say, "I did try to straighten it out. I don't know why that." All right, hit another one. Let's make an adjustment. I'd hit another one. This one, way over to the left. And then it'd come back with something like, "Okay, let's try to get one in between those." "Really?" I'd hit another one. Sky ball. Hit another one. The worm burner. And after about 5 minutes of this, he's got to come up with something. He'd say, "Steve, I noticed something wrong." "You're kidding. I'm dying over here. Would you tell me what's wrong? I can't stand this. I'm trying so hard." He'd say, "I noticed in your backswing and then a little more in the downswing, your head is coming up." "Oh, that's what's doing all this. My head is coming up. And if my head is coming up, then the ball goes this way, and I scull it on and it goes up. My head's coming up. That's what's doing everything's wrong. So my head is coming up. My head is coming up. It's because my head is coming up. My head is coming up. My head is coming up." I'd ask him, "What do I do?" He said, "Keep your head still." "I'm trying." He said, "Try a little harder." And all the while I'm swinging, yes, my head was coming up, but it was not because my head was coming up. It was because while I was swinging, my hips didn't stay back. And while I was swinging, my hips would come into the ball and straighten me up. And if I just kept my hips back, my head would never come up. Imagine that.